are live here on Popcorn Planet. It's Tuesday night. I've had so many audio technical problems, but I think we sorted them all out. And I'm here with Jody Joe. Jody, welcome. We were just about to start a conversation about Aunt Jemima. So Aunt Jemima has been out there getting a lot of people have been mad at Aunt Jemima for its name and where it came from. And so I want to, before I reveal what the new name is and share my thoughts, I want to, someone in the black community here, Jody, I want to get his thoughts on Aunt Jemima, was it racist? Should they have changed the name? I want to get into all this because when I've done my homework and you go back to the history of Aunt Jemima, there is a racist history to it, no doubt. It was a bunch of white dudes who just took over sort of black cooking and and just put their names on it and sold it as if it was from Mammy I don't know. That's literally what it was like. Some caricature actress they hired is yeah, I'm going to cook up the pancakes for you. It's super, I get it. It's super not cool. And I get why the history of it frustrates a lot of people. But then the character, I feel like they try to all right, well, we got to update this. Let's not make her a slave. Let's make her a chef. Let's make her a modern woman. Let's do all this stuff. Jody, at a certain point, I stopped thinking about it. It just became oh, cool. There's Aunt Jemima syrup. I like Aunt Jemima syrup. It feels like Southern cooking. It is what it is. Before I get to the new name, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are just frustrated, why are we changing the name? Why are we changing the name? I'm just curious your take on it. Are you glad they changed the name? And do you feel like they should have removed this packaging and done what they did before we get to the new design?
I honestly don't care. I mean, I never thought Aunt Jemima was authentic black anyway. I didn't really use Aunt Jemima in my house growing up, to be honest. We used the syrup that was the cheapest, and it could have. Aunt Jemima tended to be cheap, but we would use store brand, Kroger brand, Walmart brand. And whenever, my mom for our house, and it continued on when I had my own home, whenever that there would be a sale and I wanted to upgrade and get some quality syrup, for me, the quality tasting syrup that I wanted to have when I had a little extra money was Miss Butterworth's. I would go for Miss Butterworth's over any other syrup than besides the cheap stuff. So we didn't. Aunt Jemima was just a cheap syrup to grab if it was on sale. I don't tie Aunt Jemima to quality Southern purist syrup from the South. It's not that deep. It's just a cheap syrup that people get, and I never tied that to Uncle Ben's rice or the cream of wheat man. Aunt Jemima's just a cheap syrup.
Well, it's important to say it's a cheap syrup, and it's really bad for you. It's it's not a good food at all. It's just corn syrup and sugar that you add onto pancakes, which is filled with sugar and all terrible. But it is what it is. I've always liked Aunt Jemima just for if I want unhealthy syrup. I just got it. That or a log cabin, whatever. But just so people understand the history, there was a history. Here's law, see, folks should cheer for fluffy Aunt Jemima pancakes. And this was the original Aunt Jemima. And so, I get why this one shouldn't be on the box. Going back to sort of how it was, they really sort of made her sort of the slave cook, cooking pancakes for the white people. So totally, that one I get. But where I was frustrated is as they did modernize her, I don't know. Like you said, it didn't offend you. Obviously, you can't speak for all black people, but this wasn't something that was riling you up of damn it, we need to change this.
Nah, you could kind of tell it was hicky. It was that Beatty pro woke. Look at us, we're the black syrup. That it doesn't scream authentic. Nobody thought Aunt Jemima was. She's Aunt Jemima is like the Popeyes chicken lady. Come on and get my chicken. You want some. It's the same thing. It's I'll get that out of here. It's not even good syrup, to be honest with you. That Walmart brand, Great Value brand, Kroger brand. That's some quality syrup, man. That's comparable to some of the top leading brands in the stores today. Yeah. So shout out to the 97-cent syrup.
And proper maple syrup is always better for you. And if you,
But that's expensive.
When I looked at this, we're doing real talk. We can speak honestly without judgment here. It's when I saw this, there was always part of me well, look, it's a rich black woman who's selling syrup. Why are we removing her from society when at least there's somebody there giving oh, look, oh, she seems smart. The problem is the history behind it is where it gets screwed up, because if she was a real person and made this syrup and built the company build up, then it would be one thing. But I guess the problem was, no, we can't look at her as an important character because she doesn't exist. And it's on the back of a bunch of white people who sort of exploited this caricature cartoon slave person from back in the day to become her. So ultimately, that's, as I did my research, realized that's really the issue with this. So look, I can see why people are upset about it. At the same time, it sounds like both of us, it's just syrup. What's the big deal? But so anyway, they did decide to change it. Uncle Ben's is coming up next. I guess it's just Ben's or what they do. I think they did come up with a name. But ladies and gentlemen, guys, here is the new Aunt Jemima. Are you guys ready? Drum roll. Pearl Milling Company original pancake and waffle mix.
Now that sounds white. Now I see why y'all went for Aunt Jemima, because this is boring as shit and ain't nobody buying that.
I'm never saying, hey, can you pick me up some pearl mining? I need some. Is it pearl mining? Is what I first thought it said. It's such
Pearl milling.
It's such a bad name. Jeez. It is like one of the worst. Same great taste as Aunt Jemima. See how they like have it there? New name. So they're still trying to like phase it in, even though it's still there. You notice that at the in the corner, but yeah. Who the hell is gonna go say, make sure you pick up a bottle? Oh yeah, we need some more pearl milling. Can you go get some pearl milling company? What person?
Pearl milling.
What? This is like hard to say. It's terrible. Like I get they wanted to like be woke, but like couldn't you just like called it pearl syrup or something? Like give it a.
It sounds like a brand of cement or sawdust or manure. Get your pearl milling company. Grass-fed horse manure. Protecting lawns since 1889. Bro, this don't sound like no... And it's the pancake mix, too. Bro, miss me with this. I didn't...
This is so stupid. Look,
who's taking that off the shelf?
I just can't get over like how idiotic and how woke they went. Like, let's go as broadly. You're totally right. Let's go as broadly white as possible and sell it. Because everybody called it Aunt Jemima. Hey, get a bottle of Aunt Jemima. Like it just became part of the lexicon, right? We called it that. Syrup was called Aunt Jemima, just like a Band-Aid or whatever. Like it was just a term that you used.
It's such a bad name, though. Why would you pick this name?
And I don't know. I like brands. I like marketing. It's just something I like. So I've been like waiting. I'm like, all right, what are they going to call it? What are they going to actually do? Like, it's just like the Washington Redskins. Like, what are they going to call it, right? I'm curious. Like, how are they going to move forward? Are they going to be able to come up with something clever? And you got to think, how many people with salaries in like highest like 6 figures, like sat in rooms figuring out with whiteboards and like, all right, which remote? They were probably remotely via Zoom. Like, all right, what do we want something? But they literally like rich people sat there and like worked on this for weeks, and then put it to a graphic design team who was like, all right, cool, yeah. And then they had to react and probably were like, pearl milling. Oh yeah, we love it. Cool, we love it. So it's like, think of all, because I've been here, to rebrand something requires so many departments and legal and everybody. And I just can't imagine they were all stoked with this name, Jody. They had to like be sitting around biting their tongue like, yeah, guys, cool name. It's just the worst thing I've ever seen.
And the logo was bad. You got a building with a mill next to it. It's a building on syrup and pancake mix, bro. Like this is since
1889.
Can I just keep it a buck? Hey man, this shit look like some racist pancake mix and syrup. Oh, this shit look racist. Come on, get some of this white.
You want that pearl white?
Come on, get some of that white pancake mix.
None of those slaves here anymore. We kick them out to the curb, Jody.
Come on, get the white.
We don't want
white man's.
We don't want them germs in our pancake mix. We
bought the whole meal.
We milled it all out. We got rid of all the blackness from our pancakes. Now it's all pure white. Pearl is white as pearl.
This is more offensive than Black Lady Aunt Jemima on the front. This is like, come on, get some of that real white. That real white pancake mix and maple syrup.
We know you like, hey, white people, we know you like your pancake mix. We're sorry we had a black person on it. We fixed it. We've removed all black people from it, and we've gone as white as we can. I can't get over this.
This contrast is terrible. To know that you had a black woman, and then you go to this. So it's like, here's our fake face. Here's the black lady. And then woke society exposed you, and you reveal this. Oh, without this black face, we're just a building with a mill next to it. Bro, that's crazy. And that blows my mind to think of how many freaking other marketing agencies
so many people with like
are using these
MBAs.
Symbols.
They're all sitting in a room. I mean, chat, can we come up with a better name? I want some pitches right now as we're walking. Somebody super chat them. Just put them in there. What? Come on, Jody.
Syrup.
Let's take
Syrup is better.
let's take
Pancake
5 minutes
mix.
to brainstorm and prove them we could have done better because I haven't put any thought to this. All right, you have Aunt Jemima pancake mix. Here's what we're coming from, right? I mean, here's what we were. Aunt Jemima original syrup. It's like so many less words too. I mean, why could we have gotten away with aunties?
Just call it Jemima.
Yep, Jemima. But aunties or Jemima would we have accepted? I feel like take away the Jemima, fine. Aunties
With no picture. You can't have
aunties
the black
original
lady on
syrup.
it. With no picture, right?
No picture. Just call it aunties.
Yeah.
Aunties original syrup.
Aunt's original syrup. Or Jemima.
Or how about how about just pancake?
Like, why would you
How about
not
just
use
call
the
it
name?
the pancake syrup? Just call it.
Even
Just own it.
like it's in a 90s sitcom. Cereal, soda, pancake mix. That would have worked. But let's utilize, guys, you guys are stupid. Why would you not utilize one of these key words that you have built up over the last 100 years, like Aunt or Jemima?
Or how about this one? How about Aunt Maple? Right? Then you get the maple in, and it's a new character, and you make her white. Could you have made a white? What if you just made it a white lady on the bottle? Would that have gone? You think people would have been okay with that?
I think you could have put a white lady a white granny on the bottle and called her Auntie Anne's or Annie M.
Anti-racist syrup. Good old syrup. The syrup. Anti-pearls. There you go. We could have done anti-pearl.
You probably could have called this tree piss, and you would probably
would have done better than that one. Yeah, I agree. Tree piss.
Oh, jeez, man!
That's what it kind of is.
Put a maple tree in the front as your logo. Call it tree goo. Tree piss.
I know, but like literally, it's like original is like the big original syrup. Just call it the original syrup. And just own it. I wonder if somebody could have just named it that.
They have exposed themselves as no brain capacity having Hicktown people. Bro.
Where did they?
You have used this black woman's likeness and her name for so long. You guys forgot how to label things.
So I guess there is a back. Let's see. Here's the backstory. Renamed the breakfast brand, and it's so long. Pearl Milling Company. It was announced Tuesday after the 130 of maple syrup mascot was scrutinized. Quaker Oats, a division of Pepsi. This is Pepsi, mind you. So the money in this, the money and minds behind the brains. While the name of the box has changed, the great tasting product, the pearl inside, the familiar red box, the pearl inside.
What?
The familiar red box remains the same, with a mission to create joyful breakfast moments for everyone. The company said on its website. Quaker Oats announced, based on its origins, were based on a racial stereotype. Former slave Nancy Green became the first face of the syrup back in 1890. So they changed it. So anyway, the pearl inside. Hold on, there must be a
Who wants to get their food from a place called Pearl Mining Company?
You keep saying it too. I said it's milling. Don't forget.
Oh, milling. Who wants to get their food from a place called Pearl Milling Company? If my box of cereal says Pearl Milling Company on it, I'll think there's something bad in my cereal.
PepsiCo rebrands.
If my soda, my beverage says Pearl Milling Company on it, I'm like, what? Am I drinking sawdust or something? What's going on?
It's arriving in the market in June. So guys, you still have time to buy your Aunt Jemima. I'm going to buy a couple bottles just to have as collector's items.
Yeah, I probably will too. I'll never use it.
So yeah, they bought it in 1925 and they gave a $5 million commitment to support the black community. I don't know what that's going to mean. I'm curious. Company's like, we'll give $5 million to the black community. What does that mean? Where is it going to go? How? Throughout the effort led to the new Pearl Milling name. Quaker worked with consumers, employees, external, cultural, and subject matter experts, and a diverse agency partners to gather broad perspectives and ensure the new brand was developed with inclusivity in mind.
Man, miss me with that shit. You have not one real person at that room meeting. You should have went to the local. You should have went to the local A&P in the ghetto neighborhoods, because that's where you been selling this shit to. Grab Shaniqua off the corner and say, we'll give you $500 to come to our meeting. All right, let's go. So, Shaniqua, we're going to name this Pearl's Milling Company. Y'all crazy as heck. Me and my family ain't buying that shit. That shit trap. Why would you? You needed to get that real in your. You didn't have not a single real person come out and say, this Pearl's Milling Company probably is a bad idea. You talk about you had your statistics and your businessmen and all your research, and you came out on the other end with Pearl's Milling Company. Bro, you could make a movie about this shit.
I'm trying to find the direct website, but I'm having trouble.
That's crazy.
What was I going to say? Because I only find Quakers. Can somebody find me the actual website in there? But here we go. Just to echo, I love that it's like, what does this even mean? These people that they used. Sorry, hold on. In the coming week. Here we go. They consumers, employees, external cultural and subject matter experts. Who is the subject matter expert on pancake syrup? Like, I'm just so fascinated. So who gets to put on the resume? Yes, I was a subject matter expert in the Pearl Milling Company decision.
They're cousins.
Diverse agency partners to gather broad perspectives and ensure the new brand was developed with inclusivity in mind. In the coming weeks, Pearl Milling Company will also announce the details of the $1 million commitment to empower and uplift black girls and women, inviting the community to visit its website and nominate nonprofit organizations for an opportunity to receive grants to further that mission. That is in addition to the Pepsi's more than $400 million 5-year investment to uplift black businesses and communities and increase black representation at PepsiCo. Just throw money at it, Jody. Therefore, they're not racist anymore. You know, that's just fix it. I can't find the actual website, but diverse agents. This is how it works in branding. It's all BS. But anyway, I don't think
this is an L.
This is a massive L. This is one of the worst names ever. Their
sales will plummet.
Who the hell's? I mean, the truth is, people will just buy it, but I think they'll still be confused. But I think Log Cabin and Butterworth is Mrs. Butterworth's canceled, or is she good still?
Butterworth is a white lady, isn't it? I thought that was a white lady.
Is Mrs. Butterworth canceled? Mrs. Butterworth.
How do you get rid of Miss Butterworth? She's like
thick, rich.
She had the shape on her body.
Yeah.
That's a white woman.
Yeah, dude, Mrs. Butterworth. She's gonna be owning it.
Oh yeah, everybody going. A lot of people gonna be like, man, give me something familiar. Go to Miss Butterworth.
There it is, Mrs. Butterworth. I'm just gonna buy that. Look how cute that little bottle is. See, they embrace the lady. I don't know what color she is. I love it. She's just a lady.
You know, she a white lady. You could tell she a white lady.
I mean, come on, everybody's got curves.
I always saw her as a white lady. Always, even as a kid, I knew she was the white lady.
Really? Maybe she's in the commercials and I just missed it.
Maybe.
All right. Well, she's a lady, and it does look pretty cute compared to what they just stupidly did. Because, you know, when kids want to get, hey, Mommy, can we have some more Pearl Milling Company pancakes? You know, can't wait.
Pearl Milling.
Yeah, anyway, I don't know.
Great value.
This seems like such a dumb topic, but I knew I just had to get this. I'm so glad we talked about it, so I got your perspective on this.
It just shows how much these people get paid, don't know shit.
Oh, my God, Jody. They
get
paid so much money to brainstorm this. They wasted so much money, so much time, and this was what they came up with. This was millions of dollars spent on this rebrand that they had to do. Now they're going to reprint
everything the same except the logo and the title.
Well, I get that because they don't want to confuse. They want
I know, I understand.
They want you just to not feel like.
Why would you not keep Jemima or Aunt, or why would you not make it? This doesn't look relative.
I mean, you can tell it's the same. Like the original syrup, they changed a couple fonts. Pretty much the same pancake. Everything is pretty much the same there from one to the other. So I don't blame them on that. But yeah, it's just a.
I do. If you're gonna go with Pearl Milling Company, change it all the way. Come out, make it look like you're nothing like Aunt Jemima.
Well, it's 3 words. What do you? Why you didn't need the biggest rule in advertising is less is more. Like you don't add a third word to the company as you're changing it. If you want to use the Pearl, then call it anti-Pearl, or Pearl syrup, or even just Pearl Milling original syrup. Why do you need the company? David March says it's still better than New Coke. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
New Coke. It's New Coke sucks.
That went away though.
But I would have bought new. I disagree, David, because I would have bought a New Coke to just be like, I wonder if New Coke is better than the old Coke. Right. I'm not buying this. Like from a buying perspective, New Coke at least had a little bit of the curiosity of like, ooh, could it be good? And
somebody got some New Coke. Send me a can, man. I want to taste that, man. Jeez.
That old. I don't think it's good anymore. I think it went bad. The New Coke. I don't think it stays good. Why isn't this? Oh, this should show up there. All right. There you go, guys. I'm happy we could to get some perspective on this. Pearl Milling Company, guys. I look forward. Tell me if you guys ever say the name by accident. Hit me up on Twitter. You know how to find us. We got so much more to talk about here on the Real Talk. Gonna get into Jared Leto's Joker and much more. If you didn't catch the whole show live or its replay, you can always catch it as a member. Let's get some members today. In fact, the rest of this show is gonna be members only. What? Oh, get ready. Lots more coming for members, so consider subscribing, joining, all that stuff. Go subscribe to Jody's Corner. Thank you for being here, Jody. Always fun to talk. We got lots more to talk about. In the meanwhile, I'm clipping this for YouTube. Make sure to join and catch the whole shows if you missed them live anytime you want. Thanks for watching, everybody. But we're not done.
Deucey.